It's been a whirlwind year for the recreational cannabis business here in California, and transitioning a historically illegal trade into a fully legal operation has come with some challenges. KCALN's Nicole Comstock shows us why some cannabis retailers say they simply cannot compete with the black market.
It's been about a year since California rolled out the legalization of recreational cannabis, and now that dispensary owners have had a whiff of the weed business.
Do you want to just stick with the half gram?
Some say the cost of running a legal pot shop is burning through their profits.
Because the illicit market, the black market, is still incredibly vibrant in California.
Jake Welty is the general manager at Captain Jackson San Bernardino. He says it's a struggle to compete with the lower prices at illegal pot shops, especially when the legal businesses have to add on the cost of 3 different taxes.
Do I think the tax rate is too high? Absolutely, because I hear it every day from customers coming through the door.
It's a lot, yo, it's a lot.
Because there is still outlets where you can get a lot cheaper.
Here in San Bernardino, dispensaries are taxed 29%. That's a 15% excise tax, a 6% city tax, and an 8% sales tax. Welty says once they explain to customers that those taxes are factored into the prices, there's no guarantee they'll come back. State officials boasted that recreational cannabis could eventually bring in $1 billion a year in state tax revenue. In the industry's first year, they estimated it would bring in about $630 million in state tax revenue. The actual tax revenue fell short. According to the California Department of Tax and Fee Administration's latest figures, the state collected $228.2 million in tax revenue for cannabis.
You know, they claim it's the green rush, but at the same time, it's like we're seeing the green rush out of our pockets.
Sharif El-Mazadi is the general manager at Smart Weed in Los Angeles. Here in LA, dispensaries are taxed 34.5%. That's a 15% excise tax, a 10% city tax, and a 9.5% sales tax.
The state's pretty much a third of a partner in our business, and they're not really doing much to help contribute back to us by shutting down these illegal shops.
El-Mazadi says it's almost impossible to compete with illegal shops because the city is inundated with them.
We saw one down the street get raided twice. So they got raided once, shut down, then they reopened.
To put the problem into perspective, the city of Los Angeles says it has 170 licensed recreational cannabis businesses. But the LAPD estimates there are between 300 and 350 illegal cannabis businesses also operating within city limits. That's nearly double the amount of legal cannabis retailers.
That sounds crazy.
That's insane, but it's true though. And then you can see where like the supply and demand is going to go of consumers.
The Bureau of Cannabis Control says they have issued fewer cannabis licenses than anticipated at the start of the year. But with more than 60% of cities and counties still banning commercial cannabis activity, they say they feel pretty good about the numbers.
Is this the cartridge for you today? Yeah.
And customers we spoke with say they felt pretty good about where the business is headed.
For me, I think it's well worth it paying the little extra to do it the legal way.
And the more like they crack down on those type of dispensaries, I mean, people will have no other choice but to come to this one.
And that was our Nicole Comstock reporting there. The LA Department of Cannabis Regulation says tonight they are aware there are many unlicensed businesses operating here in the city. They encourage people to make formal complaints about where they're located, and you can do so online at cannabis.lacity.org.